like Paul Bunyan, just growing stronger, bigger, tougher, and all night long he's carried this team.
He has indeed. Everything magnified right now. A huge third down conversion. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down.
But if you're going to have a relay race, you're probably going to pick your backs and receivers to run it, but don't underestimate the conditioning of the offensive line. They're out there just dictating things, staying on the field, and keeping a long drive going.
Now a give to Mostert running right. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play. Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. Now 1st and goal. Throwing, Tua gets it to Hill. It's a jet sweep. And a great job there to read that one defensively. They strung him out, would not allow him to cut upfield. Here's Tua. Mostert will get down close to the goal line, but not in, as he'll be marked down at the 1. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
The 2 is going to change things up. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. This is 3rd and goal. Now Tua. They'll run with Mostert. And he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. And no movement for the field goal unit to break this tie. They're going to go for this thing. 4th and goal. And that's going to be caught. Touchdown. And they've broken our tie here in the final minute.
Well, any thoughts about overtime have ended at this juncture. That touchdown puts them up 6. I would imagine they'll kick the extra point now and rely on their defense.
Yeah, rely on their defense. So a little bit of time left on the clock here in the 4th, but they got to feel good now. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and they will take a 7-point lead. After the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
This is 1st and 10. Here's Mahomes. He'll buy some time right. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Here comes 2nd down. Mahomes. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Third and short, McKinnon. And he'll get a first down here up to the 25, but that clock still moving. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. 2 timeouts still in their back pocket. It's 1st and 10. Mahomes. He's going to let it fly. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion.
Just kind of a wing and a prayer there. This ball's kind of up for grabs, but they're at a point where they have to live with that. And fortunately, this one winds up incomplete.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now. Mahomes. And it'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
Well, this defense has been physical all game long, and it certainly looks like they're not going to back off and make things any easier. They want to keep making life miserable for the receivers all the way to the end.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here. Straight ahead they go with McKinnon. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. And a timeout is called. So now you're looking at probably just one final play from back in their own territory. And they're going to need a miracle. No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now. Now Mahomes got to have this one. Sliding out of the pocket. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. So the big play nullified, a legal forward pass.
And maybe we know why they were able to get such a good chunk of yardage on that play. That pass was illegal.
We got to have two hands on the football here as they run on first down.
And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through, and they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Coming up, another installment of the NFL International Series, and it should be a great one, as it'll be the Miami Dolphins taking on the defending Super Bowl champions, the Kansas City Chiefs. The National Football League has come to Germany. We are underway from Munich. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. To Waddle on the quick slant. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. A good start. One play, 10 yards. With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in third in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be first, because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
On play action, here's Tua. There's the former Chief, man they watched for years, Tyreek Hill. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man, maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll run for the first time with Raheem Mostert. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. Call it a gain of 14 for the second play in a row. So back-to-back big runs picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Waddle, the motion man right. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be second down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
On second down, Mostert. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Now Tua signaling to change things up. They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
Waddle, the motion man right. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. 45 yards rushing for him here. What a start to the ball game. It's 1st and goal.
They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do to change things up? Because if you don't, they're going to put that ball in the end zone real soon.
Here's Mostert, and he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. A run with Mostert up the middle.
And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. This is 3rd and goal. This Chiefs defense, they're giving it all they got. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami.
Tyreek Hill on the touchdown pass from Tua. And the Dolphins will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight.
Right off the bat, they start with a very solid, methodical 10-play drive.
And you know me, I tend to look at things from the defensive side. They're coming off the field gassed right away. We're in the first drive of the game. So it's not just what happened, but think of the emotion you carry into a game. Then double it with getting a 10-play drive put on you and points scored. They're pretty tired right now.
Jason Sanders now for the extra point.
And that makes it 7-0 Dolphins. After the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 22. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. They'll check this one down to Pacheco. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. I ended up having a pretty decent ball game. If I'd missed him, it would have been a long night.
On 1st down, Mahomes. A quick throw, but incomplete.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Now here's Mahomes. This one complete to Mecole Hardman.
And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 23. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Chiefs with the football as we start the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Locates Hardman for another catch. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. They'll run for the first time with Jerick McKinnon. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. McKinnon not going anywhere. He'll lose a couple back to the 6. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Now Mahomes going to shift him around. Mahomes to throw on 2nd down.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown.
Let's go!
We thought this defense would be opportunistic, and they were. Here, you're already up. Now you got a 2-touchdown lead. I tell you, going out there on defense, did they have a little bit of extra momentum with a score already on the board?
Oh, without a doubt. That already felt good to them, and they took it and used it and obviously put up another one. But here's the thing now. Some defense coordinators might want to pull their guys back a little bit because they don't want them to make mistakes because they're too overamped. Others say, I got a 2-touchdown lead. Go get them, guys. They'll be even more aggressive.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work?
Oh, right on the heels of the pick 6, another ball intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And he'll get this back down to about the 12-yard line.
But just a lot going on there in the middle of the field, and this one winds up a turnover.
Yeah, they're running a crossing route here, and the idea of it is to get defenders confused about who to go with. But if you throw it too early, sometimes it's your quarterback that gets confused, and here he throws it into coverage and gets it intercepted.
And here he'll get it down to the 7.
2nd and 6 with the ball on the 7.
In motion goes the tight end. Tua sets up to pass it. That one complete to Hill. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. And that one going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
Sanders' kick is good, and the Dolphins will add on to their lead.
Well, Charles, I think you'd have to call that a win for the defense after the turnover already in field goal range, and they had to settle for 3.
Yeah, Bean, the beautiful part is you start so close to the end zone that your thought process on offense has to loosen up a little bit because you're thinking to yourself, you're almost guaranteed 3. Let's take some good shots at the end zone and try and turn it into 6.
After the field goal, here comes Sanders to kick it away.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return.
And he returns this to the 22. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some.
And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Eli Apple, and he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go to the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
After the turnover, it's Tua. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into a bigger point. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line.
So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long.
The Dolphins going to take their second timeout.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Looking to pass. Tua.
Got a man. It's Robbie Chosen.
And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that's going to make it 4th down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. So 4th down, Tua departs, and on is Jason Sanders and the Dolphin field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 37. Sanders' kick is good, and the Dolphins will add on to their lead. So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they have the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
After the field goal, here comes Sanders to kick it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
And Mahomes sees something. He'll change the play.
Now Mahomes throwing on second down. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Mahomes going to throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
Well, we heard all week that they were going to put the football in the air a lot. The problem is that is now 4 interceptions, Charles, that he has thrown in this first half. How do you treat a situation? What do you say to your quarterback right now?
Boy, that's an interesting question because a lot of it depends on the head coach and the people making the decisions. You have to know your quarterback and know if he's mentally tough enough to have a chance to turn it around. Or is he a guy that maybe you've seen enough and it's time to go to the backup?
Touchdown, Dolphins!
Tua finding his old Alabama teammate, Jalen Waddle. And the Dolphins are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
Had the option to hand that one off or run it himself, but instead, a really easy, quick pass.
I like the way they made a decisive decision and got it right to the receiver. One move later, he's in the end zone.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And a rout is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
And that one almost intercepted. Could have been his third pick of the game. Instead, it's going to bring up a third down. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And oh my goodness, here's a fifth interception. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Rolling to his right, and it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
From the gun, a run with Mostert. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. So third down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. In motion, Hill. The slot man in motion right. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Reaching up for it, and he's got it. Robbie chosen as the first half is winding down. And the Dolphins will extend their lead here just before halftime.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Sanders on for the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. Butker's kick here is good, and that will do it for this first half.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It'll be the Chiefs football to begin quarter number 3, and they trail here as we are back underway now on EA Sports. And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one. And this drive is almost over before it began, thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion, one more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Throwing now is Mahomes.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes, eluding the pressure right. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And this is caught. A big play there for KC. 55 yards. They'll try to run with McKinnon. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Jerick McKinnon punching it in from a yard away.
And the Chiefs are able to cut into that deficit. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play, and actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And Hill will opt for the touchback.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed.
And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, They've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. From the gun, they will run with McKinnon.
Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down.
Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. Here's Mahomes to throw. Open on the left side, this is Valdez-Scantling. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Mahomes going to change things up.
Let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength. Switch it. Come on, switch it. He's checking.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Steps away to his left. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey.
Well, all I can do up here is just shake my head. I mean, 6 interceptions. I cannot imagine what he's thinking between the ears right now.
Well, just think of how it is for his teammates, because after the first few, you know they're going over to him, hey, we'll get him next time. Now they're probably a little bit frustrated. And if you're a receiver, you're thinking to yourself, any ball that's in the air, you become receiver and defensive back. You've got to go compete for the ball so that you don't get another one picked off.
They'll start on the ground with Mostert. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
And give him a lot of credit there, but even more credit to the guys up front. In that situation, you know it's going to be a stacked defensive front. And to be able to gain that much yardage, that's a big win for the guys on offense.
Yeah, they were just about standing on their own goal line, so to get a few yards there, a great start. Now we'll see what second down brings.
And Mostert going to pick up a Dolphins first down as he's up close to the 15-yard line. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert.
And he'll use his blockers to get this up over the 20 to the 21.
From the 21, here's 2nd and 3.
Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. He's got him in, complete. There he goes, left side. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown.
Jalen Waddle,
the second touchdown of the night.
And the Dolphins have opened the lead up to 30. A partner, he has carried them in this ball game throwing the football. All 4 touchdowns through the air, and that's really helped them get this nice lead.
And I know it's a team game, but right now, he is truly the focal point. Every touchdown his team has so far has been the result of his arm. How about him throwing it downfield, creating big plays? I don't know how you slow him down unless you can make him uncomfortable in the pocket.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 49-yard line. Working from the gun, Mahomes.
And no hesitations, they go right back to Kelsey.
And he's got this down to the 35. Mahomes now on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. Open man here. It's the tight end, Kelsey. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Flush to his right. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. So both teams trade touchdowns, and the third as we're through 3 quarters of play.
You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. 2nd down from the 8. They can get a 1st down by reaching the 5. Handoff, it's McKinnon.
4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to 1st and goal. On 1st down, McKinnon again. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Jerick McKinnon with his 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Chiefs get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It certainly was, and when you mentioned the option, most people think the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. You know, in the NFL, that's usually not the recipe for being around too long. So when you do keep it, it often surprises the heck out of a defense.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And the lead is down to 24. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Hill going to think better of bringing this one out, and the drive will start at the 25.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive.
Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the 4th quarter, Charles, but you got the football, you're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert.
And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
2nd and 5.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua.
They'll let this go deep for Waddle.
And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Play action. Now it's Tua.
And that's going to be incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away.
And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback.